All right, ready to go. We're looking for Irish Traveller. He either crashed after eating a hearty meal, or or rather, the Irish internet has let him down. Yep. I have a very slow computer here. Someday it'll get faster, but here we go. Here we are. Got old Mr. Dennis here. This is actually supposed to be Gareth's live stream, but I guess he doesn't. Dennis here. This is actually supposed to be. This is supposed to be Gareth's live stream day, but it's either he's taking a nap or the Irish internet let him down once again. We call him or Gareth, but Simon calls him Petty. I don't know which screen is best to watch this on, the live streaming part. I guess I will be on this one, but I should be okay now. Isn't that right, Christian? Well, yakking, that was gonna be I was I had a title like that already, but this is we're in search of Irish Traveller 353. He is he's missing, and before his mother puts him on a milk carton, the picture on the side of the milk carton. We, his friends, thought we would come on here and try to find them here. You know, you don't want to have your mug put on a milk carton, but because he's our friend, we're here for him. So does anyone have any suggestions as to where he may be? Hello, Dennis. Dennis is one of the finer Canadians on YouTube. So go ahead and throw it out there. Anyone have an idea where he may be or why he may not be on here? Back at the bank. Yeah, he's got deeper pockets than I do. I surely intended to do a bunch of other stuff today, but it didn't work out that way. Yeah, he's got deeper pockets than I do. I surely intended to do a bunch of other stuff today, but it didn't work out that way. Yeah, he's back at the bank. No, I had to take this past Friday off because I went up to my daughter's wedding, and that was an awesome event for those people out there that don't have daughter. I've never had a daughter. You know, she's my last daughter, and boy, it's almost embarrassing how those moments show you in a different light than what people perceive you to be. You know, it's an awfully special thing, and unless he passes away, I can't see those two ever not being together because they are a perfect match. I don't even know if either of them are capable of yelling. But I will welcome them to my clinic. I can teach them how to do that. So does everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Simon's got to be in bed, I'm sure. Okay, loud and clear. I guess I have to stay on this particular screen, don't I? It's like the second YouTube impromptu live stream I've ever done. But if Iris shows up, then we'll just cancel this a lot sooner than later, you know. Yeah, I think a lot of people, well, the ex-brother-in-laws and that, I think they thought I wasn't capable of showing the kind of emotion that I did. But you can't help yourself, you know. So we'll do a lottery. We'll do a lottery of sorts, and we can guess as to what's keeping him from coming on. He's either grounded, you know, probably did the wrong thing around the house and got grounded again, or the Irish internet has let him down, or he's cutting some serious Z's right now. Here's our Ed McMahon. Yeah, he's grounded. Yeah, you know. Oh man, it's almost like down that what's that show with those scientist nerds? You know, and the mother's always shouting up the stairs. He could be nice weather, and he could be catching a tan. Good evening, there, headless Norseman. He has no load. Yeah, I think they run their system like the Philippines over there. The Irish internet system's making the Philippine one look pretty inviting to us, doesn't it? He's pretty punctual, you know, when he schedules something. So it's got to be that stuff's on the fritz, you know. It's either Simon or he's using his wife's channel. And we all know who wears the pants in that family. Huh? Third world country, yeah. It's like a toilet bowl. They should have a t-shirt made. A comical type t-shirt where somebody asks somebody from Ireland about their internet. And they tell them they don't have fiber optics. And that expression, because of it being, you know, a regular old, got everything we need here, you know. Yeah, one Canuck, huh? A supermodel, huh? Yeah. You know what? I don't think she gets to use those leggings anymore. It might be a little tougher it might be a little more difficult to slide them off. Yeah. My winker cap is sitting up there just for you. You're the biggest wanker I know. Gotta go have my throat checked out. The Slayer's laying in bed. He's oh yeah, that's right. Maria's working, yeah. Or are you done with the work? So Simon comes on with hers, trying to yeah. There you go. Good evening, all the gentlemen and me, huh? The machine is on the phone, huh? Was he calling that 1-800 number now, or is that 1-900? Yeah. Well, that's if you've had the shot, huh? See, I was talking to Gareth about that, but you know, if you're gonna pick it, you gotta. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it. You gotta get on it right away, because next week could be different, or even tomorrow. You know, you can't sit around and wait. Okay, now I'll buy a airfare, especially when he's just across the pond from you. I got it. Yeah, I've heard that. Who told me that? Simon told me that. You know, I think the cheapest hotel, it was a Holiday Inn Express. It was in Manchester. It was $56 a night, but that's through Travelocity or whatever. And they always add, I don't know how much more they add to that, $10 or $15. Not really sure. Yeah, Simon's he's an internet expert or a immigration. Yeah. We have an event here called the EAA, where the people fly in their planes from all over the world, ones they've built themselves, experimental aircraft. It's called Experimental Aircraft Association. Sometimes they'll fly in a B-25 or some kind of military plane from way back. I've been inside a B-29 before when they had one here at the airport. That was a $10 donation. The guy told me it cost him $8,000 in fuel. No, they're requiring now that instead of you getting there and getting that visa stamp, they're requiring that you have that at hand already before you get there. And probably less, I don't even know, but to me that's going to create a lot of work for them over there. See, they're used to triplicate anyway, but you never know. I still believe that if they're not under quarantine, my wife could fly out of there and fly to Guam, somewhere close, But Guam was under a restricted too from leaving and coming and going. I know a guy does living in the Pacific. He used to be retired in Samar, and he's up on all that. He gave me the mandatory quarantine guidelines. He gave me the web address for that over there, because the Guam being a U.S. territory, Commonwealth or what have you, it'd be like just flying in the States for me, from here to Chicago, same thing. Didn't want to join them. Well, you got to get on that right away. Like I said, you just can't sit around because governments change their mind every other day. If you got it on there, if you want to go, and especially if you can get the rooms near where you live, Simon, for a lot cheaper, then you either shit or get off the pot. You got to do it or you don't. You can't sit there hemming and hawing about it. I mean, I'm the one that's got the furthest cut to come. What does he have? A half hour, 45-minute flight, half hour to Manchester? Nowhere near what I would. I watched I forget what the guy's channel is, but him and his wife or whoever move around. They live all over the world, and they were talking about how Ecuador now is gonna require the same thing that like acquiring the visa and all that before, and he was complaining or voicing a concern over human rights, where their immigration laws were kind of written way back, and they're trying to make it so there's more order to it, and and keeping better records. And the way this guy was talking, and I'm sure I think he's I forget. I'm sure they're God fearing Christians, and like a lot of other people. But he's talking about human rights, this and that, and I just, and I commented. I said, their country, their rules. So that sounds pretty typical liberal. That oh my God, you got all these things written, but we don't want to go by them. That ain't right. And all they're asking is that you have the if you're late, either get booted or you get charged or more money. It's black and white. It's nothing ridiculous. I mean, I haven't read their paper on it, but all you're doing is keeping better records of who's coming and who's going. It's there's nothing wrong with that. But he just reminded me of all this crap that's happened around here. Liberalism, like everything's just okay no matter what. They got these rules written, but now you're pissed because you have to abide by them. I think he titled his video at Ecuador at War with Expats. And to me, it's nothing more than keeping better track, or somebody overstays, they got to pay more, or for whatever, if they got arrested for X amount of crimes or misdemeanor stuff, they could boot them. There's nothing wrong with that. I said when I told them, I said their country, their rules. It's as simple as that. And he replies back to me, simple as that. Yes, it is, he said. But the way he was talking, listening to him talk was like, you know what? You're an American living in Ecuador. You have no say in what their rules are over there for immigration. That's no war on anybody. Maybe they made these rules like the Philippines did way back, and they want to update it, and they have better records and have better order. Keep there's nothing wrong with that. You got to abide by it, or you don't go there. They know that. I mean, I think the Philippines is going to screw themselves out of some serious tourism dollars because a lot of people, there's not going to be as many people that are going to go out of their way to get that kind of a passport to visit. They're just not. Americans as a whole, not every one of us, but they're lazy. They want to do as little as possible. And if they got to go for me at Chicago, they never give you anytime you call down there, they give you no advice. I mean, the stuff you might as well be talking to a dog, because they just don't know. Are you processing 9A visas? I asked them once. I don't know about that one. Yeah. Are you the Philippine consulate in Chicago? Or are you the Spanish-speaking gas station attendant? I mean, where you got to go to get answers, and you can't get them. Yeah, we don't know where Garrett is. He's supposed to have a live stream today. Yeah, a little bad. That Simon, what is BS? But what are you going to do when I am there? I just thought I'd jump on that channel name because I think it's catchy and it sounds good. I mean, you're not really Irish anyway, right? I mean, they'd probably throw you out of their pubs if you were there. Yeah, she likes to be the only one talking, huh? I don't know. I got to think his internet is down. Otherwise, he would have contacted somebody. Gareth for certain would have Sent a message on Messenger or something. Either that or, God forbid, it's something else, you know. Yeah. Yeah. No, you don't have to. I mean, you could go back to your 1-900 number, whatever that shit that you call when the wife's at work. Man, I meant to call a doctor today, but I didn't. Gotta be something up with this though. Well, you got arrested for visiting the bank, huh? Could you imagine that? That would be some pretty good video of a country that you don't hear too much about their lockdown. I haven't heard anything really, unless you hear it from him. But man, you know, they got it locked down and nobody on the streets. That reminds me of that little children's scene in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang where there was nobody on the streets but adults, no kids. Yeah, visiting a bank holiday. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Oh. Now here in America, like he was saying, these two ladies went out to a country, to Spain or something, for a breast augmentation. If that had been here, and they would have arrested them, they'd be in jail. There'd be such a public outcry. You know, squeaky wheel gets the grease around here. They had a guy, I forget, he was an American guy. I forget what country he was in. I'm sure you heard of this guy that got caned. Might have been in the South Pacific somewhere. You know, in here, people were up in arms about it. Well, the guy stole something, or you know, well, what? That's their law, their punishment. We don't have any business with that. There's an easy way not to have it happen to you, and that is you don't take shit without paying for it. I don't know why that's so hard. You know, it's always God. You hear liberals every day with that bullshit, man. Boy. It's always somebody else's fault. This voter ID, I saw this, they got a big deal with voter ID here, and these people are all against it. Well, you got to have an ID on your driver's license. You got to have an ID to get buy alcohol. You got to have an ID for every damn thing you do to identify yourself. So what is wrong with having an ID to vote? To have to vote, you know? They can't get there. There's public transportation. There's private transportation. Churches do it. Outreach centers do it. They would accommodate whoever. But people here just like to complain. They complain. You know, and nobody tells them like what I just said because they would be offended for that. Yeah, boob job. Yeah, that's the proper way. They just tried to class up that statement a little bit, but yeah, I mean, come on, man. What are they gonna? You know, I wonder how many of those cops over there in that prison were looking at show me those things. What do they look like now? Yeah, but you know, you gotta ruin. You go, yeah, but. So even me, I think I can still get in there if my wife were to like fly. And if you've been out of the country more than 2 years, it's supposed to affect you re-entering. But I think that the second year, matter of fact, there was no way. You know, once this pandemic thing got out, nobody could go anywhere. Mm. Yeah, 3 sets. Yeah, believe it or not, on some kind of a trivia game I used to play at the bar, these controls, you punch in your answer. And one of them was, it was a true story too. I could have swore they said she was in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania somewhere. She actually had seven tits. So that's enough for everybody here, I guess, you know. See, I can do these things with just drinking. A little shameless plug for Mountain Dew. Because after this is gone under my refrigerator, I'm not buying anymore. It's gone up like over $3. No Mountain Dew. I didn't do nothing today. I planned on going shopping tonight. I was going to be on here once he came on, and then take off and do some food shopping, and then come back, you know, and rejoin it. But he's not here, so it is tomorrow, Wednesday morning. Man, that freaking hurts. My son will be coming over tomorrow night. You know, my oldest one. And then we'll find out. Mike's brother-in-law's, you know, and sister-in-law, she told me, she said, "Oh," I said, "Where's James?" "Oh, he left. He said he had to get out of here." So I think the ex-wife's husband was giving him an earful of baloney. Really, I mean, when we had pictures taken at the church, and my daughter's mother and me, and then I sit down, and they had another picture taken with him standing there with her, because I can't be in a picture hanging in their house. You know, this guy's he's a big guy though, man. So, God, I wouldn't last a good looking daughter though. But you know, if this guy has such an issue with past relationships, you know, then he could use some counseling or something, therapy or something. You know, he just he don't have a hold of it too good. You know. I mean, I went out of my way to go up to him, shake his hand, and introduce myself. The guy looked at me like, look, he looked at it sideways, like I was the punk of the school, the bully that kept kicking his ass, and then now I want to be friends, but his feelings are still hurt. Yeah. Yeah, he's got my ex-wife freaking everything they planned. We had no parents of the bride dancing. The groom's mom, dad is deceased, but neither me and her mother didn't dance, which is part of the thing, because she didn't want to hurt his feelings. You know, fuck, my God. So I just couldn't, being kind of rudely pushed aside there. I thought to myself, the more beer I had, the more I thought to myself, hey, I'm going to say something. So I was talking to my ex-brother-in-law. I said, you know, you ain't going to believe this. He said, what? I said, his ex-wife is like, she's a second or third cousin, something like that. And that would make his children DNA relatives of me too. But I told my brother-in-law not to say it, but I don't think he would, because he was making comments about the guy's daughter. I didn't say anything other than yeah, nice young lady, nice looking young lady, you know. But My son had told me in the past that maybe he wasn't aware that his ex-wife was my cousin, but I think he had a problem with me going over there talking to their family because God, I've known these people for like 30 years, you know. And one of my nieces, well, used to be my niece, she's tall and beautiful now. And, you know, she moved to San Diego with her boyfriend. They're both nurses, and you know they're gonna have a great life out there. It's beautiful weather and make good money. And I always had some fun with my son and his two cousins are pretty much around the same age. And I walked up to him and I put my arms on their shoulders, and I said, "Hey," I said, "I don't know if you guys want to know this, man, but you guys dance like white guys, and it's terrible." So I had some fun with that. But zero, huh? Canada 3, Norway 2, Yank 0. Well, I'm a Yank, man, so there's one right there. I get credit for one thumbs up by default. Man, I tell you, the skin of mine. Sure hope I don't have a serious problem with that. But it would be par for the course, you know. Work all my life, and I'm looking forward to it. Tiring, and then you know, get done working, fly to get the hell out of here, go to another country where it doesn't have snow, and enjoy myself. But then this flu thing comes along and changes all that. Yeah, I'm your Uncle T. Yeah. Well, last time I went out to see this doctor, he lives way the hell out of, way the heck away from here. The office, anyway. There's no easy way back either. You get to the freeway, it's like you don't have any options. I'm your Uncle T. Okay, Simon, thanks. Well, that ain't Super M you're talking to, Dennis. That's Simon. You two ain't no closet homosexuals, are you? Oh man, what the heck? Hmm. No, I got StreamYard. I just didn't feel like racking my brain over that stuff today. Uh, this is a lot easier to do in a short period of time because I still don't have the other process down, but I didn't want to give myself any unnecessitated or unnecessary baloney. You spread the love, huh? I guess you do. You didn't say to who or where, so no telling. Yikes. Yeah, I sent a message on Messenger to him, to Gareth, and got no response. So it's either sleeping or and they had some kind of chemical on the pillows up there because my God, it was bad for my skin. Should have brought my own covers. It was a nice room. I mean, my goodness, they had everything. You know, the separate sink for brushing your teeth or washing your face, mirror doors in the closet, a safe down below was easy to program. Punch it in, punch it out, you know. USB ports galore. The desk, it was nice. It's a contoured desk. It was pretty sharp looking. Drop the link. I'm on freaking YouTube, man. What do you mean drop the link? This isn't StreamYard. I don't know what happened, Patty. I can only, he's closer to you than I saw his reminder this morning. I have heard nothing, of course, probably put that out a few days ago, or even a week ago. But I'll go through a frustration again and getting on here on because I'm new at it. Get on StreamYard, and then Christian's going to have his radio show a few hours before it. So that'll work out pretty good. You may get some new listeners, and I get a few subscribers. Well, my subscriber count went from 11 to 14. And that's probably from a couple of the unfriendlies monitoring the situation here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fed up having to wait. Freaking tired of sitting here. Yeah, that would have been nice. I'd like to do that, but honestly, I'm always a truthful person. You know, this thing with my health and all this stuff I have to take, and man, you get up in the morning, you know it's gonna be a nice day, but it's hard to pull the trigger, you know, and go do it. Really is. I live for nice weather, and it's been pretty nice, but yet I don't know. Don't want to do it. Yeah, you can't spell. Yeah, I think they got a spelling problem and reading over in Ireland too. You know, I don't know if their entire school system is a Montessori one where you learn at your own pace, and then you pass them anyway. Yeah, he could be asleep too. Yeah. Well, you would think you'd set an alarm. his I haven't looked recently. Maybe you could. Maybe some of you guys could, but I didn't see anything on his messenger saying he was active. So his phone's off. I'd be willing to bet in this particular case, it's probably the that wonderful the wonderful Internet of Ireland. Is he planting spuds? Oh boy. Yeah, you gotta stand down at ease or whatever you say. Anytime you challenge somebody or to you know, it's funny how somebody looks at a computer for an answer and they'll stick by that answer no matter what you say. And who internet period, that's not a guaranteed 100% right. You know, the internet, the information on the internet is only as good as what people put in there. You know, so you know if you don't discuss a subject, and all of a sudden you got 100 people that blindly follow that other person's explanation as to the way things are, the definition of, and pretty soon you got a whole lot of people that know a whole lot about nothing. I like personal experiences, and not everybody on here can tell you if they personally experienced every situation that's discussed. When did they have time to eat or take a crap? You know, when did they have time to work or do family things? You yeller. You're a yeller, huh? This reminds me of good old fashioned cat fight, caterwauling here. That would be what going on 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. 10 p.m. T, I'm disappointed. What are you disappointed in? I gotta go see a man about a horse. No, not me, man. I'm talking about a horse dealer kid. I know, no man from Norway could understand that statement, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, yeah. You think about it. How many closet Irish subscribers does he have? He's got to have no internet. That's got to be the only thing, because having his channel up and going is important to him. So there's got to be either he's laying in a hospital bed, or even if he were there, man, it just seems you would still have enough to get on the internet and just let everybody know what is going on with him. I don't know about. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, he could be on the floor. Got those. What do you call it? But I'd be willing to, barring an emergency. I think it's the internet. Well, without the internet, he doesn't have any way of contacting anybody, would he? Or maybe his phone. Sure. Yeah, he might not have a plan that would be the Dark Destroyer. Who could that be? You're not calling Brother Ronald a destroyer, are you? Well, you guys got us. Oh, he's got it on now. Gareth is his light is on. So he hasn't read the latest message I gave him. Yeah, either that or he just turned it on. Did anybody get a notice? Notification? Hmm. You're pumping out those messages now, man. They're going so freaking fast. I got more than one window open, so it's gonna. Yeah, no. Enrique gave out some messages on the how to acquire that you had to acquire a visa here before you entered the country, or paperwork. I guess they got to make their money back somehow, huh? But apparently it's changed. To what degree, I have no idea, because I'm here and I'm not reading it there. Diabetic American denied Johnson jab while living in the Philippines. Oh, man. Anyway, there's no comment on here from Gareth. So he's got to be on here, man. No notification, no. But like unlike before though, his what do you call it's on there? His his light is on there saying that he's currently live. I mean, it was off before, so it's not like he woke up, like he went to bed and it was on. It was not. Either that or his phone dead. Maybe that had power outage or something. I don't know. Yeah, one lady sent me a message back. The hell was that? Hector Castillo. I'd say one of them's what you call it? On my phone, it's on. He's lit up on Messenger. Are you saying on Messenger that you can't see that he doesn't have that green light on? Could be the Vikings talking to him right now. I send this lady a message and I ask her some questions, thinking she might have inside information, from some sort of worker or official over there. And all she writes is welcome here as a response. What the hell's that? Yay. Yeah, no, they freaking lit up on mine, man. So, well, let's see. Nope. I could ring him. I thought maybe you were talking to him, Christian, since you haven't commented on anything in a while. Before I looked, I was just telling him I was looking at his phone, and his light was off all day, and now it's on, but he hadn't read the message I sent him. Let's see. I'll get in there and ring it and see what happens. Oh, now it's not on. Oh, there it is. Ringy. One ringy dingy. Nah, I ain't. Debbie, oh yeah, Debbie does Dallas. Oh, Debbie's cousin does Dallas. Figured it all. We figured a old hard porn viewer like you would know that. Hello? Stopped ringing. Yeah, maybe he is in the ER. Let me turn his phone on or something. You make your own movies, huh? Now, I don't want to watch your gut all day. Unless you got a camera sitting at one end of the bed where you're not in view. Yeah. Van Damme, Claude Van Damme. I see these guys now, man. It's almost enough to make you cry. Boy, if that don't make you realize how old you are. Ron Jeremy. Yeah, okay. We'll see how it's working there in about 10 years there, Ron Jeremy. We're gonna have to put the mysterious disappearance of Gareth on the Nightline or something. Where's Gary at when you need to ask him some turkey neck questions? Yeah. What's that lady calling me for? I didn't say I want a lady off another Philippine channel she has. What's she called? Adventures in America. She has her own channel. And I just had questions, just a simple question, because I knew it was doable before, but I wanted to know if the information on it was current, and that if your wife is by you or with you, that you can fly in there and get that stamp, invalid buying stamp. So that was the only question I had. Or maybe she's a member of my channel too and sees me talking. But man, you know what? That's one subject I would hate to keep up on. I mean, it would take what you can connect me. Especially if I'm a place that keeps changing their info, by the minute. Just when you think you got it all. No, that was my phone. Yeah, no, I don't have that, Simon. I don't have that. Well, I guess you can contact. I don't even know what the hell that means, man. What the hell is that? Does anybody know of anything called a WhatsApp? Never heard of that before. I should have just went and answered the phone because the professor's here, huh? Yeah, we were supposed to have Gareth on here, but he's MIA, and just tried to ring him on Messenger because his indicating light was on that saying he was live, or he was on Messenger, Facebook or whatever, and he didn't answer it, and all day he hadn't been. Yeah, Maria ain't blue till later, huh? That's a dirty little fella, ain't it? Jesus. Messenger or simply freeware, cross-platform. Well, you know what, man? I think I got all the avenues of communication that I could want, you know? And what I don't need is another one. I'm not trying to be, I'm not into that like a lot of other people are. I have my Facebook, I have this, and, Messenger, whatever. That's all I need. I don't want to get hung up on another, oh. It's a simple response to a simple question. That's all it is. if I ask the question and you have to ask me if I want greater detail, there's not that much greater detail to begin with. It's either a yes or a no, you know. And if it's and even if she is here, and you have to have a 9A visa to accompany her anyway. Well, it's not that you know. It's good to yeah, shit. Tell you, I can do all the multitasking I want to, but I got honestly at this point in my life, I don't need to. I don't need to balance. I don't need to multitask nothing because I don't want to. You know, I'm in that slow down, relax mode that I've been waiting to get at all my life. I can, but I'm just, it's just the way I am now. I don't want to be, you know, yeah, I'll make them blue, yeah. Oh my God. Hmm. Well, that'd be a conflict of interest, wouldn't it? Because some of you guys are friends with people I don't care to even discuss or talk with. Yeah, we're done with that rat race, Ron. I don't, you know, it, oh my God, it's, where's RC when you need him, huh? But, yeah, Pizza Link. Yeah, buy me a Pizza Link. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that would be a good one. You know, man, we went out for that rehearsal dinner. These friends of the son-in-law there, his girlfriend was like, she was whiter than white, man. I don't, she must have wrapped herself in a blanket whenever she goes outside into another building because I've never seen somebody that white in my life. Not even no pink. And she ordered a deep dish pizza, and the thing was, it was a good size. And I was telling my son-in-law's friend Zach, I said, "There's no way she eats that thing." And then her boyfriend's sitting there. I guess these are good people, but he reminds me of the '70s. He's got this slick back hair, not much of it, and then he's got this cheap shirt on, and he has it opened a little bit, right where his probably 7 hairs are on his chest. Like I suppose that's supposed to be sexy. What it looked like shit. He looked like he didn't know how to button his shirt. Yeah, $10 a pizza, man. Yeah, and I should have. And I didn't have any of the pizza because I had the buffalo wings, and I should have gotten a box and threw some of that in there. When I woke up, I was hungry, and I was just torn between the fact of laying there and being lazy, or get up and go out and get something when I kind of brought it home with me, I forget. Oh yeah, yeah. The lady's name is Jocelyn. Well, yeah, quicker responses. I just want a response. It doesn't have to be by the second. If you happen to be listening, I if I needed to have information that fast for me personally, so I got the wife on the other end of the phone and I got to look something up. Well, yeah, then yeah, I would need it quicker than heck. But it was just a general question as to because you or she seems to be up on what's going on. as far as getting even the folks that are looking to get over here on the K1 visa, finance thing or fiance thing, I should say. Yeah, she does pretty well. She hardly ever has to edit what she's doing, and you can tell there. Probably got some what do you call it? Cue cards or notes or whatever to. I'll tell her later. Well, yeah, that's right. There you go. The professor's always got the answers. But honest to God, I ain't kidding, and I'm not putting nobody. But the last couple of times I called Chicago consulate, Philippine consulate there. It it seemed like you had a total time of 30 seconds to ask and get your answers. And then when you ask somebody that picks up the phone, they're supposed to know what's happening from their own country. That's why you're there. One of the reasons you're there. Anyway, and well, I don't know about that one. Okay. Well, who would then? I don't know. What the? Oh my God. You go on their website and it just seems that in I know it says what it says there, but sometimes you get a lot of doubt because they seem not to update that thing all the time, or I don't know if the updating is done from there or they have to, send the messages and then they get on their end and they put the information in there to pass on to you. But I just need a simple yes or no to that question. And it it seems like by getting it like that it's no different of a response or an answer from calling down there. I wish I did not have to. Oh man, that would be a pain in the ass if you had to rely on it. The information coming from there. When you call down there, they let the phone ring forever. Maybe there's somebody else on the line, but I think they dedicate one person to that phone line. Twin Philly in the Philippines. What are you talking about? Oh, Philly in the Philippines. He said he was changing his format. I don't know what that's about. I don't mind his channel, to be honest here. I've watched them before and I like it, I mean I like his walk and talks and what he does down there. They closed down their sorry store. Said it was making money, but if you factored in the amount of money if you have to pay yourself, well then you're wasting your time. But what I don't get on his is the house he's renting right on the premises is a storefront. His store is connected to that lot right near the house, right? I mean, it faces one street. In his house, most of his house, and faces the other street. I wouldn't say it's clickbait sucks. You know what? It goes down to this, just like I always say, and I've always said that all those people that like to badmouth Chris's channel too. If you don't care for the way something's going, you just don't watch. I mean, you think about how petty it is that you sit there and you go, you're calling, you don't even know this person, and you're calling his channel this and that, and he's he's this and that, negative, what he should do, what he shouldn't do. And everyone here is grown, and they know what it is they need to um, make their family tick. It's he knows what he needs. He doesn't need anybody else or a lot of other people telling him. Yeah, we all know. The thing with his house. I understand your point of view, or Simon, but he has his, and I know, you know, it's his decision. And to me, honestly, I would do it like he was doing. I wouldn't want to. If I had a ton of cash sitting there, which you could make a lot right now before the market crashes, um, then it'd be too damn tempting to have it sitting there. You know, don't you think? Oh. But anyway, that's the beauty of everyone has their idea or thought on whatever, and we all do on that Andy guy and his buddy Tim. But I just think it's an embarrassment, and it is a messed up way of thinking. But you go over to the Philippines, and for me, I'm gonna go over there and have a good life, happy, sunshine most of the time, no snow. But you got guys that go over there and they just bicker and bitch and fight with each other. That's not the kind of that's not the way that I would want people to think of me as an American or a foreigner, any foreigner. Guys like that embarrass me, and there's no need for it. Andy said once, well, somebody has to. What? No, they don't. Just don't watch them, and it won't bother you. If somebody doing a YouTube channel bothers you and affects your life so much, um, turn it off. Go do something else. Yeah, if you have enough time to sit here in front of these things and you call this guy a name. He's he tried one time. I think he said unblock me so I can talk to you to Chris. Well, why should he? You just told me that you're going to come up there and kick his ass, but you want to jaw more on the screen. So that shows you. Well, what happened to that, Andy? What happened to that? That shows me that you don't want to do that. You're full of shit. But usually you do something different or go somewhere different to be happy. If you weren't that happy, to crazy where you're coming from. But if I'd have seen these guys on there if I didn't know nothing about nothing over there, that would turn me off. And they're really misrepresenting the country over there. Uh-oh, got a thumbs down. Uh-oh. She ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight, but if ever I saw one of those guys and they start saying that stuff to me, I'd be like, honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest. Don't look at it, dude. Some of these guys seem like they're gonna have a stroke. And then what? Then it's on to another one. It never ends. There's so much negativity in this world, so much. And there's so many people with it. It's just, I get tired. I get tired of hearing it. So I don't look at him. I never did look at his channel a lot, or the other guy up the road there from Simon. And even his old stuff is getting, he had like about, I think, I didn't watch it all the way through, but he probably had about 3 minutes dedicated to talking how bad these other assholes were to him. And then that was it. It was really a nothing deal, And he does it at least once a month, and that's the best you can come up with. I got that shit from you there, Simon, but I don't come on here. I don't do this thing for ups and downs, man. It doesn't matter to me, you know. I'm not gonna get up, sleep 3 hours a day, and get up just because I'm afraid somebody might say something or do something. I just think I think people that like the ones that are putting foreigners in a negative light. Apparently, they're getting serious about booting you out of the country if you're putting their country if you're putting their country in a bad light. And I would think that having a negative person talking so much garbage about other people there is also saying, well, they allow it to happen. You can't have that, you know. If I looked at that, I'm thinking, well, why wouldn't you do anything about it? Cut them off, you know. In their channel, block, do whatever. Because you're even though you're not directly saying something, you're indirectly doing it. You're indirectly doing it by dissing the people that live there and the ones that do have a good channel. So you're making. I look at that. If I've never seen it before, I look at it and I'd say, "Wow, they allow that to go on over there." You know, even here they censor words like crazy. But over there, you're putting their country in a negative light. To me, if you can, you allow this bickering, this nonsense between a few people. You know that I don't know about anybody else in the world there, but that complaining stuff, they sound like freaking like they're from here. But you know, there's a lot of good stuff to watch out there. Yeah. What's that we did? Yeah, and it's you know what? It really is. It's beyond that. It's childish. You know. Well, sometimes some bad habits children learn from adults. So on some, but probably all. Yeah, there's a lot of good people out here. Uh, so back to the where's Waldo question. Has anybody else tried to get in contact with them? No, I didn't have sandwich today. I had my hamburger helper yesterday, so I wanted to. I mean, I didn't even eat all of it, but I wanted to put some space in between them. I mean, I know my son's coming over tomorrow, but maybe I'll make some next Wednesday during the day, and when he comes over, I'll have three of them out of there, and he can take that stuff home with him. I don't know. I don't know if he lives with his girlfriend now, so I don't know if they cook. He's starting to get a little belly on him. Yeah, I tried to message him. Well, maybe phone. Even if your phone's dead, if you plug it in, you can still talk on it, you know. Because you know how concerned he would be about when he has something scheduled. He wants to. He doesn't let nothing stop him. Yeah, do you, hey, Professor? Do you see his? Is his light lit green for Messenger? Want to be a king? I don't even call him. You know what? When somebody doesn't like it because you have an opinion about something, and they don't like that, and oh Lord, it's just. I mean, if I had to come on this thing every day and listen to the same, you know, crap about crap, man. I come on here to talk with you guys, is because I enjoy the company and a lot of the conversation, and I tell you, after I'm done with it, I don't get off of there and be all get my blood pressure high, man. I'm good. I go to sleep good. You know, it subconsciously you got good people in the world, and you've been talking to a few of them, and humoring each other for a while. Yeah, we all know what we know. But if none of us could tolerate someone else that much, then we're still watching them and listening to them. You know what I mean? So it can't be that bad. I don't think there really is anybody on here at the moment that uh, starts their day off thinking about what an a hole somebody. It's one of these other guys in the channels are, and it's just like it's. I don't know. I only talk about what I talk about because I know there's people out there like me that just don't care for that kind of thing, and I haven't really noted. I haven't really, if you've noticed, I really haven't said or called out anybody really over and over and over and over. By name. We all know who they are. I just as a fellow human being, I would like to, I asked, I commented one time when one of them was on another guy's live stream, and he didn't get all worked up. He didn't care for Rike. Well, some do and some don't, like anything else, up or down, left or right, right? And I told him, well, we all laugh about his bachelor, of course. I mean, but um, as funny as it may seem to us, I'm sure there are people out there that need that kind of, help or guidance or whatever, even if they got to pay for it. Could have been a guy out there married 40 years, man. He's been out of the game for so long, he don't know how to go about it. He only knows what he knows from hearing people, talking smack about it. And people like that are probably of the belief that there's somebody else better out there that won't do them wrong. I remember back to when my Philippine Green Ned was being affected by that goofy dude that got kicked out of there finally. What was it? Oh, Peter something. But this other guy I followed, he did an interview with him, and didn't seem like he was all that crazy of a guy, But he was talking about American Samoa and guy's got nothing to do with that. Oh Lord, who's a Philippine citizen, who ain't, whatever. But it was about a week later that he got on his channel, and he didn't really care for that guy. When he was sitting there all chummy with him, Oh, I don't have a problem. I got a problem with him. Well, if you got a problem with him, maybe you got to slit your wrists or go to another form of digital media out here or something, I mean, that guy ought to be, that particular guy should be lucky that somebody even mentions his name. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, it's 4:30. Pill time. I gotta go get some water and squeeze some water. That's how I measure my day by the time I take my medicines. Oh, man. Whew. One more pill bites the dust. I should have a T-shirt with an RX on it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking my comment meds. Yeah, that'll help me. That'll help me with positive comments. Yeah. Some of the stuff we do on here isn't fun. Actually, most of it. But I've said this to other people quite a bit. But if I know you well enough, and there's somebody talking smack about it, I'll set them straight. They didn't skip nobody's comments, you little wanker there. See what we got on here is that little freaking Santa's helper always being a pain in the ass. Yeah. I gotta read them all. Give me a slap, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Or would you guys rather that I go out there and drink about a pound, about 15 beers down, and I'll get in a rage over anything and everything if that makes you homesick? Now, I don't beat around the bush. And truly, if I didn't care, well, shouldn't even have to be saying it, but if I didn't care, don't owe the chicken dance. Chicken dance from if you watch Tag Girl Gift and Foreigner Joe. She does this little thing at the end of the videos, and I guess it's caught on. It's become little bit of a phenomenon over there. She just started doing it to occupy time. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm just saying, but alcohol can enhance that kind of thing like that. Yeah, I've seen it. Hmm. Yeah, let's see. I him. Now there's another phone. I'll just tell her in a message later. I don't need responses done that quickly. If I did, I'd go right to the horse's mouth. Yeah, it seems to be. Well, it depends on subject or topic. Some people like to get a hold of that and they don't want to let go because they think you're the way you think about what they're thinking is gets them all nutty, even when you put it in a calm way. And so I don't really feel like that. So. Well, what do you want then? What do you want then? No. But it none of that ever has to get to that. It really doesn't. I'm glad I got into it and got onto this when I did. Being the last year or so, year and a half. Because if I'd have had to witness that, people losing it like that, I wouldn't be around. You know. Yeah. It A lot of people like to settle their differences or arguments is by beating the shit out of somebody. And the thing about that is there'll always be another one to take his place. I mean, man, if you're that opinionated, you could go to an AA meeting. And of course, you have to go there sober, I'd imagine. But there's all kinds of avenues that you can take for whatever you want to take it, and whatever makes your life better without harming anyone. You know, be happy. Be happy in whatever way you can, and nothing in a negative light, though. Always in positive. Or if those that know you only want to see it in a negative one, then you know who you don't have to bother with anymore. You know. Oops. And booked a brass Christian, huh? Yeah. There you go. Man, I had some beer this past weekend. Let me tell you, at their reception, boy. I talked to one guy 3 different times, well, more than 3 different times, but took me 3 times to get his name right. But I got it right though. We were talking about cars and stuff like that. Had about 100-foot walk across the street and right up to the room. I told my son to be just being funny. After I introduced myself to Stooge, his mom's married to. I I told my son. I said I saw him later on. I was on the second floor and he was in the first floor. And I said, good thing he wasn't on the second or third floor. And my son said, why is that? I said, well, then you'd have to put him on a suicide watch. Because if this guy is still bent out of shape over his wife screwing with it, or his idea of relationships, that they all turn sour if the ex is a friend or friendly. That then and there, when I tried shaking a guy's hand, he want to act like a dick. That's when I thought to myself, "F this guy." Then I'll say whatever I want to say, but it really wasn't really any negative, man. It's just that my daughter's could become a neuropsychologist, gonna get her master's now, but this guy definitely needs help. I can almost now see why that his wife did what she did to him. You know, but I also see how much my ex-wife has to change her attitude toward people because of this guy. Take 10 of them. Oh. Brass here is a lady of the night? Really? Yeah. You got a soft spot for me? Called quicksand. Boy, somebody must have drilled that into your head when you were younger, or a few years ago. I gotta believe that's where you got it from. You didn't learn it in school. Yeah, or maybe your teacher made a comment to you like that once upon a time. Freaking gotta call up Dr. Welby tomorrow. My regular doctor usually sees me two times a year. Only this one it was off a little bit, so my last appointment with him was the end of July, so there's no way he can get me in at the end of the year. So I go up front. I go, "Oh yeah, well I'll see you next year. Well, I want to see you in November." I said, "Why is that? So you get the pay sequence in sync again? So you got me there twice a year? Because you left out of here saying I'm fine. So what are we going to talk about in November? You know, if I had if I had issues with my health that were that much, well, why would you wait? 3-4 months to tell me. I'd rather you just call me and then you freaking backdate something, or charge the insurance companies since they don't mind how much money they waste." Ugh. Called the mule. Old. I saw a thing on Clint Eastwood once, and he wanted to do a film with John Wayne. And John Wayne didn't agree with the way he did his movies. But lucky for us, variety, spice of life, right? Watch whatever you want to watch. There's always plenty of that. Where you want to watch it, all depends on your income. But where and how much. But that was just his take on the way another guy made movies, and I don't think it went any further than that. And there was no, response back like, "Well, you don't like my stuff? Well, F you then." None of that stuff. Plain and simple, he didn't. I don't think he didn't like him as a person, or as a man, or as a human being. He's just marched to the beat of a different drummer. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I got 71 subscriptions, of which, man, I got that new one with the Canadian guy that Dennis knows. I forget his name. Is it Mark? Mark something? He's got a good channel. His wife's Korean. He used to do, he used to do his videos with them in it, but apparently, probably for safety's sake, there's reasons or something, he stopped doing that. But he's an animated guy. You know, he does his stuff. He's CB Media is another one. That guy's got. He built himself. He bought himself a hot rod BMW with all these serious horsepower add-ons and stuff. And he's a kind of a character. He's fun to watch. You know, they all do different things. They do both of them have done things for the folks there. I think that CB Media guy, he's got like 350,000 subscribers now, and that's in a little over a year. That's how popular this guy's gotten. Makes good money, but they do stuff without. Over there, apparently, their government doesn't have an issue with you helping people out. You know, I don't even know. I don't even know if these fellows got. There were subscribers that donated. You know what I mean? That CB Media guy, he got a bunch of cool things for this. I don't know if it's an orphanage, but these people got Down syndrome and up to different degrees. And man, you know, one of them, or at least if not all, most of them got computer tablets and such, and they were just elated. You know. Yeah, he's got some of that too. You know, he does everything. He does exploring. You know, car races, drift competitions. He does a whole lot of different things. It sounds like it's raining. But what I like about him and the other guy is they do different all the time. You know, it's not like the guy is there every night and he does nothing but car races with the advertisement chicks there. No, I'm sitting on an old pillow I had here, Ronald. You know, and I got one up here for my back. But this pillow there, I got them at Walmart. You know, they're not gonna last forever. I ain't got no hemorrhoid. My only hemorrhoid now is freaking damn half Irish guy. Guy's been a hemorrhoid in my ass a long time, man. It's gotta be raining, man. Let me check it out. Yep. Well, that sure is. Well, it looks like there's going to be another week that I don't cut my grass. And the good thing about my grass is now that I only gotta cut certain parts because that's where it grows the most. Uh, but I don't care about I'm not looking for I'm not worrying about no green lawn in a house I may never I may not stay in. So it helps me out. I don't think I've cut the grass for 3 weeks, and it don't look any different from 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Well, there's always a different position for everyone, isn't there? We know. You can tolerate. Everybody has a different threshold, but you can judge for yourself about people. You don't have to have somebody else tell you. I mean, when you both see the same thing. Like I said, no, do not. No one should ever, if they think that much about people, that they will allow another person to disrespect somebody that's never done nothing to them. And that goes for me, for all of you here, and others. Like I said, if I hear somebody bad mouthing someone that I know, that I think I know enough about them and their character, is that I'll stick up from like I am their blood, you know, like other ones here are our brothers. Especially when chicken shit people they got all the balls in the world to say stuff when that individual isn't around. Like those other bad seeds over there that use the VA. You know, how would you feel? How would you feel if you lipped off to somebody and the guy's way bigger than you, like say my ex-wife's husband, and you're talking all kinds of shit, you know, and you're on different social media platforms, and all of a sudden one day you come out of some door and there that person is, and they bust you, you know, they freaking punch you. I saw a video on a cop knocking an asshole out, walked right up to him, boom, dropped the guy. But if you don't see the light after you've been put in your place like that, then you are really, really going to have a miserable time, whatever time you got left on earth. Because to me, an a-hole is an a-hole. You know, I don't like bullshit. I hate it when people try to make it sound like I'm their buddy as long as I got what they need. And then when I don't, you know, they have no mention for it. You know, a lot of times it takes a lifetime, a lot of years, you know, to get to know somebody through and through. You know, yeah. You know, if I didn't like, if anybody else on here would say, you know, bought another one that they can't say while we're all here, then it ain't. And you know what's fun and what isn't fun, you know. And because I like, if I like somebody or support somebody different than any one of you like, it doesn't mean that I'm, you know, this is my feeling, you know. Yeah, you say it straight or you don't. I don't. I don't know of anybody, and this is just common sense, you know, and common knowledge. You hear somebody say something about somebody, and then yeah, man, that guy's a real asshole. Or you don't say nothing, you know. Actually, not saying nothing could be worse than saying something. Are you not going to stick up for the person that's getting you know, lowballed? You swear all you want to on here, it don't matter. I mean, when you're expressing your opinion, to me, that's just part of language, you know. But really, is it, you know, somebody that accuses someone of having extremely bad character, and then somebody else sits there and they let that person say that, or they continue to be associated with someone like that, you know. And I like to think that everybody that I know on here that if you weren't the people you are, I wouldn't even be here, really. I mean, that's not what you need at this point in I ain't giving no names, man. I think that's we all know what we know, and just bringing up a name ain't gonna that comes down to um, dissing somebody very bad when they're not around. You know, no, you don't want to give. You don't have to because everyone on here, if feeling or opinion I have, they already know what it is. So they don't need me to tell them. We all know that. Some of us refuse to see it, but that's them. I'm not gonna uh, chastise you or put you down because you like. I just will say, look, I don't. How could you be that way when you've seen what I've seen? And that doesn't. I'm not gonna stop talking to you. Yes, Santa Claus. Yes, Satan. Yeah. Yeah. But we all know what we know. We all know who is who and what's what. Trying to understand it, I don't know why anyone in this world would. That it's hard to understand something or somebody's way of thinking when you don't you just find it impossible that somebody would say something like they say. You know, it could come back to you could be the way you are, man. I don't know, maybe because what your life has been up from the beginning up to the point you're at. You know, if you say I'm talking to one person and they know that this third party has been freaking unjustly, criticizing and putting down another person, and they say, and it don't bother them that they still converse with that person that said, that speaks ill of that. When enough, as a matter of fact, you know, yeah, people you like, I may not like, vice versa, but I'm gonna fall. You don't like it. Yeah. Eh, I'm sure there are people that for whatever reason are they still are friends with somebody that you're not. Well, I'm not going to say, well, hey man, you're an asshole because you don't see it like I see it. I may be beside myself, especially if no one's ever given just cause to anyone and done anything to somebody else, but yet they don't care. They can see the same person I see. You know, uh, I'm not going to sit there and want to have a video ass kicking contest because I can't understand how you can't see what I see, or it's so obvious that you don't notice it like I notice it. There are people on here that they have friends with people I'm not friends with no more, or don't care to converse with. I put it like that. As a human being, you always care about your fellow man to a degree, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop liking anyone on here. Well, see now, if we were on regular, what do you call it there, Professor? You really shouting out that next, huh? Huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yank don't want. Oh, you picked the next subject matter then. I just say what I say because we have this thing here to format what you say, and I don't like to be misunderstood. And all of you on here know. I mean, one time or another, we've spoken, one on one, so we know each other's feelings on something. But I don't wake up and make my day of it, one way or the other. He won, yeah. He won the wife lotto. So what does Simon do? He goes to the high schools. He cruises to high schools or the middle schools in the Philippines. She won the hobby lotto too. Yeah, you can say that. You know what would really suck for you is if you didn't feel the appreciation of what it is that you do for some, for your wife. If you had a wife that just, you know, gimme, don't understand why you're you know what I mean? Booty tang, yeah. Yeah, you never ever should you ever base a marriage or relationship on booty tang, man. Because most of us change with age, I told my son that when I tried to set him up with this nurse who was at the hospital when I was there, 27-year-old Japanese descent. I forget what type of nurse. She was the one that makes the 40 some dollars an hour range. And he says, Dad, she's not attractive. I said, well, everybody, you marry somebody today, and 15 years from now, they may not look good either. And if you're going to pick that person based on looks, and she's a cashier at McDonald's, well, they're making life harder on you. You get a better one, you get one that's pretty but with so features, because everybody changes. And now he's got one, but I think this is the second time I spent the amount of time I spent with her. And she seems like a real, she's got her stuff together. She's a good person. That's number one. I don't look at her and think, well, you got multiple personalities here. But my son and her are lucky to have found each other, just like my daughter got married. I don't think either one of them could have picked a better person. And even being around them too, keeps me from saying things or talking about things that maybe they would not concern them or they see in a different way. So yeah, it hurts when I pee. Yeah, I like using that slogan. That was somebody's. When I was having the internet hooked up and when I was in an apartment a few years ago, the guy's IP address was that. It said, "It hurts when I pee." P, just the letter P there, and I was laughing my ass off. So, and all the times I've used it on other people's live streams, they get a kick out of it and start laughing. Because you get to go, okay, the person probably got, what burns if you got the syphilis or VD or whatever from way back. And so it can be funny. Why does it hurt when you pee? It's like pissing razor blades, I guess. That's what I've been told by the guys that have gotten a hold of some bad pie, Yeah, you can see. The initials VD sound worse than venereal disease for some reason. Just like I don't think anybody's settled on the word when it comes to the guy there, because there's all these names. But if you call it correctly and you say penis, they get all, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Well, they'd rather hear you say cock or dick. It's just you can use all kinds of words to describe something. But I like those hypocrites or whatever that sit there and you know they think you're the dirtiest person in the world if you say penis. Well, what are you supposed to use? Tube steak or something? I don't know. God, we've been on this sucker for that long. Well, maybe what the hell was that? Nah. No, Brother Gareth. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that guy's address because it has what your people around you that their IP, but whether they're locked or not. And that was one of them. I was laughing when I heard that. Pandy. No, I haven't experienced that. When I went into basic training, they showed us these. They had a class on venereal diseases. My God, if I'd have known all that, it's a different story. But they showed us these slides, and they showed us, what different stages of disease has on a person, and they show you a photo of somebody that's beyond help anymore, that they're either gonna die or they gotta castrate them or whatever. So guess what color this guy is? They're all saying black dude, and I go, no, it's a white guy. He looked like a seriously bruised banana, and I read about those diseases. I hate to inadvertently, uh, mm, you can see the best looking person you ever seen in your life, and then all of a sudden they got some. I had a friend of mine that her boyfriend laid back as heck, no stress, super nice guy. Once he got to understand I was her friend, he stopped all the barrage of questions and statements. But this guy's a very nice guy, and I knew her because her son played baseball on my team, so I got to know all the parents. And turns out when he had broken up with her before, or after, yeah, before. No, they were with. He was with her before. She was with him before his father died. And when his father died, it stressed him. So then it came out, and he had herpes. And you'd have never known it looking at him. That guy took a shower twice a day, she says, and never, no drug. He was a jailer for the county, worked at the house correction, and he didn't know he had it because he never stressed. And that's one of the things to bring it out. And he got it. I think they had broken up already. He got it. He got back together with this woman. All of a sudden, he wanted to have a kid for some reason. She couldn't have any. She had all kinds of meds for MS and all this other stuff. Super nice family. But he got that from her, man. Gave it to her. Now my friend, she would stress over her health. I mean, she had like $700 worth of medicines a month. And we went out one night. Get along. I've already known her for a couple of years. And I'm thinking, oh man, they're broke, they're done with, you know. She goes, I got something to tell you. I said, what? And it took her a while, and then she came out and told me that. I went, oh shit. I thought, man, here we go. There's no guessing. We already know each other, you know. And her whole family are drinkers, boy. God. So there went that. But she had one of her sisters out with us one night, but they're all biker type, except her, you know. Got a brother that's in the Hells Angels. Um, just, man, I'm telling you, man, these people can drink. They can drink and they don't even look like they're drunk. You know, they're talking, they're not slurring. They're kind of scary. But after that little admitting that to me, I was like, that's okay, man. No. So she left because we were always friends. And she left. She said, "Well, I'm going now." I just said, "Yeah, see you later." I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but my God, she's already in a bad way health wise with all these meds she was taking. You know. Yeah, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Huh? Yeah, you know, I don't know if she was pulling my leg or not. She had this friend of hers that she knew from way back. Guy reminded me of what was that guy's guy sing with the Doobies, Michael McDonald, yeah, something like that. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care that I have that. I thought, what do you mean he don't care? Gee, I'd care. Simon's offended. Is Maria home now? Yeah. Get great humor. Huh? Yeah. Oh, I felt bad for that friend of mine, man. There was no way we could have a relationship, you know. I mean, she, or ever be married for that matter, because if she ever married anybody, her ex-husband wouldn't have to take care of her medical anymore. And I sure as hell would. I mean, that's $700 a month. You know, it's like a $50,000 truck payment, something like that. Hmm. She's playing with it. Come on, Simon, you got to clean up the language here. God, 5:15 here. Almost 5:15 p.m. It feels like. Well, here they don't have one. I don't know. Now if we do, I guess I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how they would rate that or work. How it would work for her. You know, because she got some serious. Man, I don't know how many pills a day she takes. Feel sorry for her, man. Nice person, you know. Nice family. Never met her mother. I never met her brother, biker guy. Yeah, he'd have treated me like a mosquito anyway. You know, I have to go over some practice for this Friday. Would that be 2 p.m. Central? Then I should be on StreamYard, and I think it would be what 11 a.m. Central Time that Christian will be on his radio. Rocks. What's the thing called? I forget. Radio Rocks, yeah. Radio Roxy. Yeah, you'd be hip to shoe, huh? No, I think you'd get a bowling ball thrown at you for that one. Yeah, you are your wife. You know what? And not only does she have it, but she understands it. When you come from a place where there's a different meaning, it's like one of those languages that are structured that you say you could use a dirty word in two other ways of using that word that won't be bad and one that will be. So that all depends on a lot of times your range in your voice, you know, how animated you get. There was a word, and I forget Italian for lead. Are we going to go? Asking. And then when maybe you didn't get that person's attention, then you say it louder and louder, all of a sudden it becomes offensive. Get that right. 3 hours before me, so that'd be 11 a.m. for Christian American Central Time, Friday. So for the London people, that'd be what, noon, 5 p.m. there. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm starting at 2. I'm starting at 2. Christian's starting at 11 a.m. Be 5. I thought it was 6 for you in the UK and 7 for Norway. Yeah, yeah, I know the hour ahead. So my 2 p.m. would be Jesus, be 9. Yeah, 9 p.m. in the UK or no, 8. Yeah, you'll be at work, but we'll still be on here when you get home. The thing is, if you could just get or give Simon something to do, so you could be on here with us, and he'd be out there. Maybe his car wouldn't start when he got to the liquor store, whatever you call it. Give us all a little alone time with you, with the boys. Two would be one there by. Only 2 hours behind me. That'd be noon by Ronald, yeah. She'll be on overtime. Wouldn't it be easier to just pay her instead of making her go out there and work like that, Simon? 6 p.m. Norwegian. I keep thinking before that for some reason, Christian. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Yes. Yeah, damn Yanks, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I was looking backwards. Ugh. Must be other people on there just sucking all the brain cells out of you. Yeah, mine will be 2 p.m. and you're 2 hours behind me, Ron. Yeah, I got that. Well, I'd have got that later on tonight when we're all off doing whatever. Then I would have remembered. Yeah, fuck. I don't know why, man. Jeez, see what I'm talking about. had to go through that bullshit or heck of getting on. You're only half a tick in full. So yeah. Yeah. You're only half a patty, huh? Yeah. I think my great grandparents were both Irish, but her name was Smith. Then again, that don't mean nothing either. You know, she could have been, her family could have been in Ireland for a couple generations. But the Brits, man, they got a makeup of, they're like the mud of Europe, man. They got dramatic, more, or not Moors, but Russians, all of Scandinavia mixed in there. Well, Simon, you didn't spell Norway right, so uh, I can see you must have grew up in Ireland because I heard that they don't fare very well in the spelling bee competition every year. Moors, Moors, yeah. I'm trying to think of fuck, what is that? Norseman? Not the Norseman. What the heck was Norman or Normans? Yeah, Normans. Yep. Some of the Scandinavian got that north of France there, so yeah, you don't need to spell. We're used to you misspelling, so we kind of give you a usually give you a pass on there, except now because you're kind of being a bit cocky tonight. So yeah, I could have that. You know what? When I grew up, all my dad would always say that we have a chance of getting 1% chance of getting sickle cell, which is a uh, primarily a black disease. But the I know it's only done by the regions you live that have been tested, but I got a trace of that northern Africa and the first. I told my sister the other night. She goes, we might be more German than this. And I said, did you read at the bottom of their page where it says they're only guaranteeing that they may be 50% right in their assumptions, but you can only do that if people have been tested. So I got people I share DNA with in Mexico and down in South America and Russia and Finland and Norway and UK and Ireland, Sweden for sure. But the top three regions that come across, my sister got the same thing. One of them is number one is Trentino, mountainous region in northern Italy. About what is it, east northeast of Milan. And then the second one is Calabria, down about Atolla, Italy. And the third region is Sicily. And a little 4.5% Spaniard. I believe my great grandmother's mother. No, it wasn't her. It must have been a great one. My great grandmother, my grandma's side last name was Biasi. Yeah, we're all different. You try to seek that out. They tell you 50%. It's just on my dad's. My great grandmother had the same last name spelling. So we think could have been BUS, but it don't get anywhere with her on. Must not be hitting the right spelling. And I got to think that she wrote that down on a birth certificate for my grandfather, but back then it wasn't too cool to be before World War II, but it wasn't too cool to be from Italy, so they wrote down Austria. But my grandfather and his brother and sister still got shit anyway. Back then, man, but nowadays it's a word, you know. People offend you by the word which are referred to, not commonly referred to, but uh, I don't know. You know what? Well, I don't know about that song, man, because I can't stand cold weather. I hate cold weather. So I'm not getting that. I'm getting it from the. I'm getting my uh, what do you call it, for being warm from the Sicilian part in Calabria and northern Africa there, being Spain, because or Iberia, whatever they call it. Uh, I wouldn't make it in Sweden. I wouldn't make it in any Scandinavian country. I have a hard enough time here, but I definitely am not suited for cold weather. So, maybe I have a lot of features like my great grandfather on my mom's side, my grandma's dad. He's all Irish, but that's probably it though, because you would think if I had that much of their blood in there, I would drink Guinness and I would eat a lot of fish, which I don't care for a lot of fish. And I don't know if it's because I've never had it prepared in a different way other than filet o fish at McDonald's there with enough tartar sauce on there to drown the taste out. But I like my mild spices in warm weather and to wear as least amount of clothing as possible. Well, yeah, if you see my grandfather's photo, I'm sure I have it in there. He has a longer face like me, but my great grandfather, his like my eyes are like his, close together. My eyes look like my father, but but there's a lot of features with my great grandfather, Loveless. There, he a lot of them are just like him. I think that uh, whatever was the make became the makeup, we had a hard time deciding which gene should be more than the next one. See, my grandmother, my dad's mom's maiden name was Bever. That's like Austrian or German, but that, like I said, I mean, that could have been from, he could have got that from 100 years ago, or before that, or 1,000. You know, it sucks. It's almost like the one that I need to know, that I want to know the most about. They don't give me that. But on my dad's side, boy, he got that thing going way back, and especially on the Swede side too. With UK, they got that going back to the 1600s. So they kept real good records. They have two. They have two spellings of Anderson, one with one S and one with two. One with an O and one with an E. But you know, uh, that isn't gonna. That doesn't guarantee you that you're going to be accepted or whatever into another country's makeup. I mean, you could be anything. Yeah, yapping 3 hours though, but Christian, that's without drinking. So I don't know how much of that Irish blood I got, because I'm 2.5 hours and I'm not drunk. Yeah, I am too. They don't. A lot of people don't like to admit that. One young lady down in Louisiana, they were there were about 5 families in the 1800s that were there that I must be related to through DNA. And this woman's, I think her father was from, or mother was from Louisiana, and her father was from Dominican Republic. So there goes that Spaniard connection right there. That one, you can verify that because you share DNA. What kind of cousin once or 4 times removed or whatever that is, I have no idea. But I told her that. I said, well, she only had down with last names. I said that doesn't. You could have a woman that came along 150 years ago that somebody had a kid with, and therefore you're linked together. But I had a cousin or fourth cousin that's estimated. It's estimated too. And Black dude lives in Indiana. Sure looked. He had a photo of himself in a bus. That name of his sounds familiar, and so does that photo of the type of bus it is. Tasney. What's your son's first name? Tasney. My son has his mother's. My son has his mother's maiden name for a middle name. It's not one of those extra 2 last name ones either. It's actually the middle name. So my name over there will never. I mean, he has one kid over there. It'll never go away. There's some people in Australia too who share the same last name and with. All over Scandinavia, a little bit. A couple in Russia, but that could have been from marriage. You know what I mean? The woman got a Russian last name. Your ex-father. Your dad? That would explain the attitude. Your father's Irish Christian. No, it couldn't be. Ex-father. Well, I don't know. What do you mean by that? You're the mother of your son? Yeah. Oh, her father's Irish. Okay. Yeah, that's him. What about the mother? What about your son's mother? My mom's dad. They got a ton of Swede, boy. Even I think my grandmother's dad, Irish, Otis Jr., his wife was Swedish. So I could very well have, I think I had 31% of that. But if I had to pick any traits that come from, you know, any of those, any of that heritage, I'd have to go with the ones down there, you know, in the boot and the toe and the northern continent or northern, I think it's called Iberia region, with the Spaniards and the North Africans and Sicilians, because I don't know of any of them that anybody in Sweden that, or anybody by you guys that are in Norway could tell us anybody this. Is there anybody that just can't stand the cold there, that are born there? Because I'm looking at the way they make a living over there, and I'm thinking, ain't no freaking way, man. Yeah, roads lead to Africa. They do. That's where it's. When I looked at the migration, I had like, not that it'll do me any good, but I had like 68% more than everybody else on Earth with the the region and Neanderthals and all that. And you look at if you look at the travels, that's where mental health disease comes from. You know, because people mixing blood before they knew they could separate themselves with a last name. But they show the route from down there, you know, in the Neanderthal one, and they show it going up to like Germanic Europe, what became Germanic Europe, all through there. And then the ones that came from, some of them came from the Normans, and they all mixed, you know, mingled, and then the route goes right back down, almost to where you're from, and in some cases to where it all began for you. That region out of, but for Scandinavia, Ronald, I think that was, I don't think it went up that far, and not a lot of it, if it did. But with everybody not liking somebody and where they're from, the Brits, man, they got a collage, man, of just, you know, Germanic Europe, Scandinavia, you know, all of that. I think it's just more of a human nature thing to sit there and really, well, some of people sit there and rip on somebody's beginnings. Yeah, the gypsy. Yeah, you know what? I was watching one of those shows on for YouTube for it was like why the Roman Empire never colonized in South America and all that. And their name for Spain was it wasn't spelt the same, but it was Latino, like something. I think it was with a K. But you know, I told one of my friends at work, he was a year older than me, born here, you know, Mexican parents, and he said, I don't feel like it, you know, I'm as much as you are. I said, you're a year older than me, or you've been American longer than me. I said, you know what? As long as I told one of the kids played from his mom was Mexican, his dad was Polish. And, the problem in today's world, if you act different, if you walk inside of some place, or even if you're not that tough, like a tough guy would walk into a neighborhood, if he doesn't look as tough as everybody around there, well, he's going to get messed with, you know, looked down on, talked about, whatever. But people here, it seems to be pretty popular in today's world here, especially here in America, where if you're Spanish, you're always the outsider, even if you're born right here. So until everyone acts, if you act different, people are going to treat you different. You know, people pick up on that vibe if they think, well, this guy ain't from around here. You know, then for some reason that some of the heritage you had buys you a free ride. You know, for some reason. Well, okay, all of a sudden we like them now. Yeah, 1%. That's next to nothing. So that's got to be like 4 or 5 generations ago on the mother's side. You know, probably be more at the father's side because there's that chromosome or whatever it's harder to tell from females because they don't have it like men have it. So it's kind of difficult to pinpoint all their heritage. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's part of it, you know. But if you walk, we had a guy come into the bus at the station there. This guy's name is Stanwyck Robinson. I always remember it because I like the name. And when you're new there, it's like the old timers sat at one table. You didn't ever sit there. It's just the way it was. You sat the other end. But when Stan came in there, Stan Black. Stan would sit. Stan just sat down there. He didn't care. You know, initially everybody went, "What the hell is this?" But but Stan didn't act any less of a man or a person than anybody else. That's why, oh, this guy, he's just like, he's another guy, just another guy that has a different color skin. But Stan didn't let the fact that people uh, back before us had to be had their place in the station, till they earned their time on the job. Then people would start talking to you. I remember this one guy would say shit to me for 8 years, and all of a sudden I'm walking by him. He says hi. I'm like, who the hell's he talking to? Now all of a sudden he wants to talk to me. But Stan acted like a man, like any person, and he sat down, shoot the shit with us, with anything. He liked cooking on the side. He liked baking desserts, and he prided himself on that. And when somebody didn't like something, then he'd be like, "Oh." I said, "Stan, we got this one woman. All she does is she complains about everything, everything." And she was complaining about some banana bread he made because she didn't want it too moist. And so he's trying to get this just moist enough, but not dry. And Stan was a good cook. And I said, he goes, I don't know what the hell she wants. I said, I don't, I said, look, man, she complains about everything, Stan. Don't worry about that woman. Everybody else loved what he made. But when you walk into a room or you walk into a crowd, and if you already got your mind made up that you're not like them, that they ain't gonna like, well, it's gonna show. It shows, In the bus company, it really didn't matter on the color of skin thing because that is the way it is there. There's more black than white there, so some guys would just like anybody else. Some guys would talk to you more than others. For whatever reason, I didn't go around trying to survey them, but I know, if you walk into a place you and you're new, seniority wise, you got your place. And that's just why I had to deal with it too. But, with a lot of people like me and because of like me, Stan just came right in there and, Stan would talk about all the stuff we talk about. He liked things like we like, just because of who he was didn't mean he didn't like cooking, sports, or whatever, or people out there on any particular side of town, But that's what I'm talking about. Good people, man. I haven't been there in over a year. I should have stopped in there, but I just never wanted to. But there's a lot of good people there, a lot of good ones. Yeah, they do, but you know what? Today's media keeps it going too. They like it like that. I guess they would be bored if they didn't have that to talk about. They don't want to be even either way. That doesn't make me feel better that if I ever been assaulted that I don't get to put on TV and they don't say the color of this person assaulted the color of this one. You got people that their only exposure to other people are through television. And that's that's the only source they got. They don't know firsthand. And the stuff they're being fed, a lot of it's bullshit. That's why I always say if you surround yourself with good people, that's your contribution. You know what I mean? You can change somebody's thinking by the way you conduct yourself. And I know what my friends there, when they got together with their own friends, they would do a little shit talking. That's just the way it goes. And it didn't bother me none. I understood it. I kind of thought most of it was humorous anyway. But that's your understanding with somebody. And if somebody else can't understand your understanding, then that's their loss. That's their problem. Well, yeah, good people are good people. I don't, you ain't gonna come up to me and somebody and say, "Well, I don't like you. That guy don't like me because he's a racist because he don't like me." I may not like you maybe because you're an asshole. You know, plain and simple. I ain't gotta like nobody. I like who I like. You know, I've been around different people all my life. And we get people on the bus, some people are afraid to say anything against other people because they know how life is in their community. So they don't want to, you know, they don't want nothing bad to happen to them. We don't get to talk about that though. Only this little bit of stuff they talk about is like uh oh, look, there's a good one here, that kind of shit. It's never progressed too much past that with people. You know, as a matter of fact, I got on when I got onto Facebook, I was friending all these people. And then Facebook stops me for a while. So if you don't know these people, what are you doing? But now they encourage it. And I think this one uh, thing was called Industrial Cafe. So I see these people talking on there from time to time. I didn't follow just one. And I'm looking on there time to time. And one particular time I get on there, good night, Maria. And what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, these guys were talking about people, good, bad, whatever. And I saw one guy say, "Oh, he's one of the good ones." I thought, good ones. And this other guy says, "They're all bad ones. Send them all back." And I'm thinking, what the? I thought, what the hell is this shit? So I, I said what I said, and then I canceled that. But I was telling some guys I know at work about that. I'm like, God, I couldn't believe it. Today Facebook would shut them down, but back then they let a lot of stuff go, and that was one of them they let go because I could not. I understand how laws and people's feelings and this and that, and I see this on a computer live, and I'm thinking, Jesus, is this not governed by anything? You know. Yeah, she's hinting, huh, Simon? Yeah, you better hurry up. And I think she worked today. She's not feeling very fresh, so I don't think there's anything going to be happening tonight for you. Sorry to say, though. Maybe tomorrow. Or I'm sure you'll let us know when and if you do, but. Well. Yeah, that's what I hear. Can't keep up. You keep saying that. We'll check back in with you. About 10 plus years there. When my dad's youngest sister is 70. Her husband, Uncle Fred's 79. And I believe she's 75. So her oldest kid's 60. But he said they come up to visit since when her daughters died from last visit. They have 3 kids. And he sits down next to me. He goes, man, this medication I got. Oh, holy cow, it makes me like this, And but Pax, you don't want to do that anymore. And I go in the kitchen, I get something, and my uncle had moved. I said, here, mate, you can sit right here. You can sit here. I'm over. Oh, that's okay. He wanted to sit where he was sitting so he could be staring at my cousin. She's about 60. What is she? Karen's like 63 or so. Something like that. Nice looking. Karen's good looking. But you hear it. This guy ain't even my blood, and he's telling me about, Pootie thing. That my auntie don't want to do that anymore. I could have done without that bit of info, but he's a comic, man. You talk to him, boy, he's a hustler. He's still like that. He lives down South Carolina. They give him cold shoulder down there because they think that everybody from the north is going to come down there and change their way of life. I mean, how many times has anybody here gone, hey, look, that dog down the street, it's a nuisance. Bark up a storm, gets out of the yard, comes over to our house, property, shits on it, piss on it. You know, it's kind of an endless back and forth thing here. But down there, my uncle was telling the sheriff that, and the sheriff said, shoot him. When do you ever have a cop just tell you gotta shoot him? You got the sheriff telling you that. You know, if you got that from the sheriff, and that dog's dead, you get shot. He knew about it. He's the one that told you to shoot him. He ain't gonna run you in for that. Well, I said she could not be feeling that fresh, man. She wants your stanky body around today. You know what I mean? She probably got the road closed sign there, detour. You know, make U-turn. You know, there's no through traffic through this street. That kind of thing. Yeah, we don't want to go that old though, Christian, man. You start getting kind of old there. They start getting kind of sloppy, man. So you don't want to deal with any of that. Any holes are gone. Yeah. If you got your little Vienna sausage there, yeah, that'll do. You got that, or do they? In Ireland, did they give you circumcisions with like the 4-leaf clover? Time is around 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll go till 6 o'clock. Other than that, then I guess start. Kind of wasted my whole day once again. Yeah, Vienna sausage. They're real small ones. You ever heard of Vienna sausage? Yeah, you can go in any hole you want with that. That ain't gonna do no organ damage there, but that sphincter's you got some delicate skin back there. Pizza Link, yeah, I don't have that yet. I'll have to have. Maybe I can get some ideas from Monk next time I talk to him. Yeah, that would be a funny one. That one might. And you're gonna get. I tell you, Italians, northern and southern, the Sicilians, they got a big rift over who's more this and that and the other thing too. Just like Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and stuff like that. It's always somebody that claims they got more of this than that. They're better than this person and that person. But I learned that the hard way from telling a Sicilian old lady I worked with by my grandmother, and she could give two shits what I was saying. So I couldn't figure out why she wasn't very receptive. Well, then I found out, years after that. I didn't know they had this beef, I mean, Sicily flies the same flag. Yeah, bottom line, man. Yeah, you'll hardly find. I bet it's very very hard to find here anybody that's 100% natural. It just gets me when you got these ignorant what do you call people out there paying homage to a freaking madman, that ran Germany. One of the officers over there called Hitler that house painter. Not all of them had the same respect for him, but I just think that's like a bad mixture of somebody that's psychotic, that's wearing a uniform, that can actually do something to a fellow human being and not be bothered by it. If you're not bothered by killing innocent people, then you're evil and you got to go. You don't get a trial. You're done. You know. Good night, Maria. Simon. Maybe tomorrow. Tell them. I should go wash the landing pad tomorrow, or the launching pad. Put on a suit and tie. Nah, don't. I'm saying people, especially when you're older, some people are very gifted at young, but you know an asshole's an ass. You know it. You know? The borderline, not so much. We're all going to be like that to somebody somewhere, but, you just do. Especially the people that be fake. I really don't like saying anything I just don't have much to say because usually when somebody's that phony and have been around this long now that they've always lived that BS lie of thinking they can get over on people like they do, because they'll never see the light if you call them out on it. But like I said, you got options here, man. If you got people like that out here that vlog, you have the right. This isn't a whatever they call that state where you're watching one TV channel and you got to believe what that person believes. So you have choices. You got to make it look like a saint, for crying out loud. But all I can say is just be the best person you can be. That's your contribution to mankind. I'm not gonna like what you like, but I don't need to bring it up to let you know what I don't like, because then that could take off any which way if you got two different people, not on the same wavelength. I mean, some of us like mashed potatoes, some of us don't. It's just there's odds that I don't go. I think we used to talk shit about schnitzel, for the longest time. And then I had it and I'm like, oh man, stuff's good. But you sit there and go and know nothing about the food or the culture of someone else and got fucking, yeah, shit food. Oh, did you ever eat it? No, but I heard. Really do. I tolerate no less of them now than I did before. I could be that to somebody else too, though. I think, well, when you get misunderstood, that's not a good start. But I like other vloggers out here that Ronald knows the two I like. Seem to be good people, man. I like watching the good people. No, another guy there, I don't care too much. I just don't. That's just me. That don't mean that I'm going to go crusading saying you should watch this and you shouldn't watch that. Watch whatever you want to watch. And actually, I would think it'd be better if you watched more, because then you'd see different, you'd see different people. All right, folks, I'm going to cut out of here now. It's 6:00. Now for this impromptu deal. I'll have to get some more tips there come Friday. Friday morning, late morning, from my mentor. The holiest of the holy there in Scandinavian area. Okay. Pizza time. Nah, I had my pizza. we'll do that thing like, well, depends how it's going Friday. We'll do that thing like Gareth likes to when he shuts down the regular. That's if everybody's up for that. Yeah, thank you for coming. I haven't talked to, well, seems like a month with all of us. It's a couple days seems like that, but you have a little bit more of where a direction in which you're discussing, you know, and then you get to give your view on it uninterrupted on this way anyway. But that's all I can say to everyone is be good, be the best you can be by don't prejudge. That's all. So we'll see everybody Friday. Christian's got their radio thing on. So you want to give people that time of the radio show there one last time before we go? I think it'll definitely be 7 hours difference. All righty, everybody. Yeah, Roxy, there you go. If anyone wanted to tune into that, it's kind of like having your own version of, without paying for it, your own version of XM radio. So I'll be talking to you guys Friday night after the biggest DJ sensation in Norway since who knows when, since the Vikings had their own show. All right. Bye.